Brothers and sisters, welcome back to Be Encouraged. Thanks for joining me another week on Be Encouraged. This week, I want to spend a little time to encourage those of us who are going through pain and grief. The topic today is dealing with grief and pain. The big question is, why God? Wow. As we journey on this journey to heaven, each of us will experience some level of pain and grief in our lives. It may be the loss of a loved one, a family member, loss of a relationship, brokenness, a desire that is not being fulfilled, and things seems like it will never happen for you. It may be a prayer request that you're going through. You're dealing with hurt, you're dealing with pain, and you're dealing with grief. And when this happens, the enemy allows us to feel that God has forgotten about us. And so we ask, why God? Why am I going through all this pain? Why did you take my loved one? Why did this happen? This person is so young. Life was so good. All of these things we ask. Why me? Why my family? How am I supposed to deal with this? How am I going to live my life like this? And we go through all the questions and we think in our minds, because that's how we feel as we go through those situations, that God has forgotten about us. He's not there for us. And so the pain even become more difficult to bear. But I just feel this week, with all the grief we hear in our society of families hurting, losing loved ones tragically, losing loved ones who have been sick and dealing with hurt and challenges and difficulties, desires, brokenness, and all the things in our lives that can bring us grief and pain. I just feel like God wants me to share with us this week that though we may go through those difficulties in our lives, He is always there. So we look in the book of Isaiah chapter 43, verse 2, and I'm reading from the NIV Bible. It says, when you pass, not if, it's when you pass through the waters, God is saying, I'll be with you. When you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, the pain, the grief, whatever it is that you're going through, God is saying you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. May God add blessings to His holy words today. You may be feeling ablaze today. What you are going through today, the loss you have experienced over the past weeks or week, the pain that you're feeling, the grief that you're feeling, the disappointment that you're feeling, the hurt that you're feeling. You may feel like you are ablaze, but God is saying to you this week, I am your comforter. I've learned over these years that there's no word that we can give individuals when they're going through difficulties and challenges, and especially when it's grief and pain, to comfort them. We try our best. But God is the only one who can see the level of pain and the level of hurt and the level of what that person is going through, that challenge, that difficulty, the disappointment. Only God alone can measure that. And because it's only God alone who can really measure those circumstances, He alone is the one who can provide the comfort of all comfort. And so this week, I just feel in my spirit that God is saying, I see what you're going through. I know how you feel about that loss of a loved one that you're going through. I see your hurt, your disappointment. I see that things aren't going the way you would have liked. But I want you to know, my son, and I want you to know, my daughters, that I'm your comforter. And though you feel like nobody's there for you and I've forgotten you, I, your God, have not forgotten you. And so this week, my brothers and sisters, rest in God's comforting words. Rest in his comforting arms. Rest in him, knowing that regardless of what you're facing right now and how you're feeling right now, that God is with you and that he can comfort you and he can give you that peace and the joy that you have never ever experienced before today. So I pray that God will comfort you today. May the God of comfort comfort you today. May he encourage your spirits and your hearts. May he wrap his loving arms around you that you can feel his peace, his shalom peace in the midst of your storms, because he will take you through and you will not be set ablaze. So may God bless you this week. Have a wonderful week. And please do join me next week for a brand new video on Be Encouraged. Your Abba Father loves you and he sees your pain and he knows how you feel and he knows what you're going through. And right now, he's comforting you. Rest in his comfort. God bless you.